Hi, everybody. This is Libby from C Chats here. I want to talk to you about time blocking. I get a lot of questions. So on Sunday, every other Sunday night, we do a reseller reset where we talk a lot about how we manage our time, how we manage all the things going on in our lives, what are some hurdles. And one of the things I use is time blocking. Now, it is super simple, but I think it requires a little bit of explanation. It's easy to implement. I'm actually going to show you how I do it using Google Calendar. But first, I just want to kind of tell you a little bit about how it works. So pretty much when I decided I was going to try time blocking, I first spent a good 2 weeks recording how I actually spent my time, how long it took me to ship, how long it took me to list, how, what the hours, like kind of what my day looked like. Um, and just got an idea of how much time I'm spending on each task. So that's a really good starting point if you're going to time block. So when I look at time blocking, I separate most things, and I'm going to show you this, into 1 hour or half hour segments. So what that means is I actually, and this allows me, the reason it works so well is because it allows me to focus on one task. I don't believe in multitasking. Those of you that do, God bless, but I don't believe in multitasking. I believe when we're multitasking, and it's been scientifically proven, that our brain is rapidly switching back and forth between the two tasks. It's like having a bunch of tabs open on your browser, and you're not really doing two things at the same time. And every time you lose, sometimes microseconds, sometimes seconds, sometimes minutes, switching back and forth. So anyway, all right. So time blocking, it allows you time to focus on what you're doing and get that deep focus and get a lot more done in a little bit in less time without being distracted. All right. So that being said, I use half-hour time blocks or 1 hour time blocks. And when I say a half an hour, I set my timer for 25 minutes. You can use, Google, Alexa, whatever you're using, your phone. If your phone is a distraction to you, I recommend not using your phone and setting that aside for that time block. But you go ahead and you set a timer. So a 30 minutes is actually 25 minutes. And then you have 5 minutes at the end to do whatever you need to do. Check your notifications, check your texts, go grab a snack, take the dog out. Whatever it is you need to do, you have 5 minutes to complete the task or and do something. And that's kind of like your reward at the end for that deep focus. If I am doing like my listing segments or 1 hour tasks, I set the timer for 50 minutes. And then I have 10 minutes at the end to check my notification, whatever it is you need to do with that last 10 minutes, whether it's finish up and get ready to transition to the next task. Because what this allows you to do, I know a lot of us have children, you don't want to miss an emergency and you want to have your phone on you, but then it ends up distracting you. Whatever it is can generally wait until you are done with that 50-minute time block of deep concentration. And then you can check your notifications and do any responses or things like that. So it's just a little hack. It works really well for me. It doesn't work for everybody, but if you're going to implement it, I highly recommend using this. Do not set aside 3 hours and not give yourself a break, because that is kind of what I consider an unobtainable goal. And you know what happens with those, we kind of set ourselves up for failure. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little bit of what my schedule looks like. I use Google Calendar. It works great for me, but I'm going to show you just my personal calendar here. And you can overlay, like I took the overlay with the C Chats tasks I have off of this calendar, and you just set up events. So here we go. I have like every day, I have shipping from 9:15 to 10:45. And I put the cutesy little like emojis there of the boxes because it just makes me happy. I don't really like cutesy things, but in this situation, it just gives me a little bit. All right. And then you can see I have like my half hour time block for social media in the morning, my half hour, to clean up and do what I need to do. Customer service, shipping is a longer block of time, organize. And then you'll see I do 3 hours of listing a day. And what happens? So what happens? Let's say I get done early. That's really cool, right? I did my 3 hours. I was very successful. Or let's say I, have something come up, I have to do a recording. I, through the day, shift these time blocks around and can move them if something comes up. Let's say if something comes up and I need to shift this time block to, oh, goodness gracious, a Saturday, let's say, I still know I'm getting my 3 hours, and I just drag and drop those wherever they need to be. As you'll see, I also have scheduled in, and Samantha is a huge fan of this. Schedule in your personal time in your breaks. Like I have a lunch break scheduled in. Samantha has a walk break scheduled in. Sometimes we schedule in date night with our husbands or family time. Put that on your calendar. Make yourself accountable for it. It's okay to, set a timer for that. Set a timer for that too. Or, when you're done for the day. But that's basically as simple as time blocking is. And you can make it simple by setting up recurring for weekdays, for every day of the week, whatever it is you need to do. But, start simple, try it out. Try setting aside that phone and your notifications and your shipping and all this stuff that interrupts you, and really focusing for that time block. But that is the basics of what I'm talking about with time blocking. I hope this helps. I am going to do a couple more tutorials on using tasks, Google Tasks, to manage some of these time blocks. I'm just going to show you. So I always have my task list on the side of my Google Calendar, but I'm going to do a separate tutorial on that and show you how to set up recurring tasks as well, because they can be handy in managing your time and schedule also. But thanks for watching. Any comments, questions, go ahead, put it in there. If you have an idea, there's something you're trying to do with Google Calendar, let us know. Happy to do a tutorial, but try out the time blocking. See if it works for you. See if it makes you more efficient, because I know it has changed my life. All right, guys. Bye-bye.